Thanks, Kathy. Now, there have been 4 consecutive nights now of rioting, some of it involving children as young as 10. In the month since Belfast City Council voted to limit the numbers of days the Union flag flies over its City Hall, 62 police officers have been injured, tens of thousands of pounds worth of damage caused, and senior Loyalist paramilitaries have been accused of orchestrating the violence. Tonight, the full council meets for the first time since that flag decision. Live now to our chief correspondent, Alex Thompson, in Belfast. Alex.
Thanks, Christian. Yes, and about half a mile behind me you have a council chamber in a city hall entirely cordoned off by riot Land Rovers and riot squads of police. A few miles to the east of here, in the outer eastern fringes of Belfast in Dundonald, reports already of petrol bombs being used against riot police there. Everybody on the ground and everybody in the police, you have to say, are foreseeing a night of protest across this city, but particularly in the east. And particularly in the east, all sides agree, because the UVF, paramilitaries, yes, remember them, a thing of the past? Well, everybody seems to agree they're at least having a hand in the violence, certainly in that part of Belfast. Whatever else, these weeks are already a PR disaster for Belfast PLC. The world is watching, as the Chief Constable said today. Tonight, commuters quit the city centre early, leaving restaurants yet again underfilled, as another Loyalist protest is scheduled to arrive at City Hall. This then the police reception committee, because it will be the first council meeting to take place at Belfast City Hall since the decision was taken to reduce the numbers of days on which the Union flag flies from this building. And that has started a trail of events which has been violent at times and is now a month old. 4 weeks of protest, sometimes peaceful, but in East Belfast, violent again. This, the Newtonards Road area last night. On the streets here, people say UVF paramilitaries are organising matters. On the media, Northern Ireland's Chief Constable went out of his way to finger East Belfast elements in the UVF this morning.
I am concerned that senior members of the UVF in East Belfast, as individuals, have been increasingly orchestrating some of this violence. That is utterly unacceptable and is being done for their own selfish motives.
The leader of the Progressive Unionist Party, closest to the UVF, also joining the debate.
Let's not excuse us, but let's say to people who are involved in the UVF, please allow the people to take back the people's protest and let them get on with it. And people should desist from violence at protests.
Significantly, most of the trouble's confined to East Belfast. The Loyalist Sandy Row and the Shankill area, for that matter. Traditional flashpoints, but little trouble here. In East Belfast, though, it is 2 things: UVF influence and the drive to oust the Alliance MP, Naomi from a key Loyalist constituency.
We shouldn't actually be dealing with any paramilitary organisations, and certainly not one such as the UVF, which are now meant to be defunct themselves. The fact that we're still having these conversations about to what degree they're involved in violence raises major questions about, for example, how substantive is their ceasefire? How substantive is their commitment to the peace process? Those are questions which now will be reopened as a result of what we're hearing today.
These days, politically, Belfast is nationalist. The demographics are going against unionism. Critics say Loyalists just can't accept new realities. But Jim Wilson, who understands the thinking of Loyalist paramilitaries well, says it's a lot more complex than that. There's more to this than flags.
Where I'm coming from is that over the past 6 or 7 years, the Republican movement have constantly chipped away at our Britishness. We came through a violent war here for 30 to 40 years, not to lose our Britishness or our British country or our identity. And surely they're not going to take it off us in the way that they're trying to do it.
And the cost so far in a month of disturbances: 96 people arrested, 61 police officers injured. And tonight it's been announced all police downtime is cancelled for the foreseeable future.